Hi guys, these are the questions that were worked in class today that you had on the board. I just wanted to go ahead and show you how to work them in case you were having issues. That way you can practice these at home and come back and see that you were correct. So the very first four up here, you're just finding 100 grams. You're going 100 grams to moles, and then the bottom two, you're going 15 moles to grams. So the very first one, the problem would look like this. So your 100 grams is going to go right there. We're going to moles, so moles goes in the top right-hand corner, and then grams goes down into the right. Your molar mass of calcium phosphate is actually, and if you're having trouble with molar mass still, then there's another video on this site that'll help you out. So it's 215.204, and that equals 1 mole. So remember, you're just going to multiply straight across the top, and you would get a 100. You would divide it. You're going to multiply straight across the bottom, but it's just this one. So you're going to divide the top 100 by the 215, and you're actually going to get 0.46 moles. So that's how you should have worked the very first one. The second one is the grams of magnesium hydroxide. The molar mass of magnesium hydroxide is 58.319 grams, equals 1 mole. So same thing we did last time. Go ahead and put that 100 grams up in the top left-hand corner. Put your unknown unit in the top right-hand. Slide that known unit down into the right. That 1 from that mole goes right there, and then the number that's in front of the grams goes in front of this grams. Multiply 100 times the 1, get a 100. Divide it by 58.319, and you're going to get 1.71 moles. The third one was 100 grams of lithium dichromate. I will tell you on this one, you were given the name, and so you had to swap and drop. Once again, there are notes on the website if you go back, if you're still struggling with swapping and dropping. The molar mass for lithium dichromate is actually quite large. It's 229.867 grams, and that equals 1 mole. And we're going to set it up exactly the way we set up that last one, where we put that 100 grams in that top left-hand box, put the moles of our unknown unit up right there, slide that grams down and to the right, and you just match up these. So it's going to be 229.867. Multiply across, divide that by 229.867, and you're going to get 0.435 moles. The last one for the grams equations is the potassium chromate. Potassium chromate's molar mass is 138.204. You'll notice that I always put grams equals 1 moles. That helps whenever you are searching for what goes in the boxes. You know that if you have grams and a mole directly above and below each other, like right here. Sorry, I went ahead and put the 1. You're going to have a 1 mole, and then that grams is going to be that molar mass. Go ahead and multiply and divide by that 138, and you're going to get 0.72 moles. All right, now we're on to the 15 moles question. So the first one was the 15 moles. Of sodium carbonate, and it's the molar mass of the sodium carbonate was 105.988. This is why it's important. Go ahead and put grams equals 1 mole here, because on the other ones, on all of the other ones, you were ending up with that grams underneath the 1 mole, And so a lot of kids will go ahead and put the big number down on the bottom and the little one up on top. But you really need to pay attention to where your units are, because we're going to start out, our known unit is 15 moles. So if we follow the same setup rules, that grams is our unknown unit, which means it goes here, and that mold slides down into the right. Now we go back up to our conversion, and that 1 goes in front of the mole, so it goes on the bottom, and then the grams is going to be 105.988. I just realized that whenever I put this in, I think I did it wrong. No, I did it right. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing it on my calculator. No, I did it right. Okay, so your answer is going to be 1589.82 grams. If you're getting this wrong, most likely it's because you're not using those units right there, and you are switching those numbers and you're putting them in the wrong place. That's why I always tell you to set up that equation with your units behind it. It just kind of leads you through the problem. The very last one was the 15 moles of beryllium nitrate. Oh, the molar mass for this is 101.022. And once again, go ahead and put those units. So, especially if you're still struggling with this, it's a good indication that you cannot over label. Okay, so we slid that down there. We go back up to figure out what's in front of our moles. We just look up here and it's a 1. To figure out what's in front of our grams, it's a 101.022. We multiply across the top. We divide by the bottom and you're going to get 1515.33. All right. I am going to show you some hints and tips for larger numbers on the next video, but this should just be what we've been learning since September. It shouldn't be anything new. So hopefully, whenever you did these equations through the first time, you got them all correct.